Are you new to our town?
No, I'm just visiting. I heard I should check out the cypress trees. They're some of the oldest in town.
Not
Not
far
far
from
from
here.
here.
Get a guide to show you the Methuselah tree. I hear it's around 1,700 years old.
Thank you.
Follow me. We haven't begun the archive process, so feel free to look around.
I appreciate you letting me in.
Take all the time that you need. This is a safe haven for any of our guests.
Great, take in the space.
Swerving in my brand new whip, 100 on the dash, and I'm feeling hella lit. Who is this? I'm the one, number one. Can't you tell? Told them all get on my level. I don't see nobody yet. Back when I was out in Bali doing yummies off of tummies, I told them if I do it, won't nobody take it from me. Give me for the money. They heard what I said. Ripping more, it's in with the morning. Sold it till it's dead. What's important? Psycho working on it. I ain't made it yet. When I ride through the city, it's big.
Trying to give up the green.
For success, all these other niggas really ain't impressive. All I ever been is 10-10. Boy, I've been 10-10. All my dogs is stars since that red 10-10.
I'm trying to train. Okay, I got seasons on the line. We're talking about 50,000 for the fight.
Boy, I've been 10-10. All my dogs is some stars since that red 10-10.
Did she just Bruce Lee me?
Friend, lend me 3 loaves.
Pardon my tuity. I fear I must ask for your help.
Oh, nurturess, it's good to see you.
Occludus, so good to see you.
Now call me Naomi, but back to the loaves.
I was hoping for ask and it shall be given. Seek and you shall find.
Knock and should be open to you.
Yes.
What is it that you request this time? The arrival of the client from Japan designated a new criteria for interview process.
So she just Bruce Lee me?
They could talk about whatever, girl. Your body is a temple, got me
Yo, Jeff,
feeling
where
like
you going,
a
man?
Your
Hey,
picture
you
got
too
a
big for
texture
this.
that
Yeah,
reminds
Dr.
me of
Gibbs.
success, and I think all I need is
You going right and right. You gotta fight
Have you been spending time in meditation? Listening to the earth and the silence within you? There is much to unlock as well as keep out.
I feel I'm too old for you to teach me, but you haven't aged a day in 30 years since we met.
It does not seem that long ago, and yet here we are.
It's because of those two. They need you. just like Anna did back then.
Dear Clariana, it was so hard for her to adapt being a Claire.
Do you know if she's alive?
At this moment, Clariana doesn't want to be found. Until she wants to be found.
That's Hannah. She hears voices all around her, and it's deafening. The other is Susanna. If I don't get her out of the system, they're going to put her away. She responds violently to all sounds and doesn't want anyone to touch her.
Extreme autistic. She could be clairsentient or clairempath. She's a clairaudience. But where's the parents?
Single mom on drugs. She says the drugs help with the voices. And she's gone missing.
If they have abilities, their mom does too, and she can be using the drugs to self-medicate.
You're our last hope, Occludus. Naomi.
Some people use hopes as wishes. You use hope as a strategy. Ask and you shall receive. Just give me 2 weeks.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I didn't mean to. You saw something. You saw something.
Our lives are about to change in ways you never imagined, Elizabeth. Just let your heart be open. But not in the form of a book. That man, the one that let you in here?
Pushing pedals on my way to something better. In the layer, plotting, got my fingers on the lever. The aggressive, finding pleasure and success in my endeavors. A student to the game, I'm becoming the professor. All my rivals drinking silence. My swag is on suppressor. Tiring with the trident, man, the flow applying pressure. If they ain't talking money, they can talk about whatever. Pulling strings from my drummers, man, that's how you band together. Yeah. They could talk about whatever, girl, your body is a temple. Got me feeling like confessing. Your texture got a texture that reminds me of success. And I think I might need it more than all these things that I've collected.
What?
Feels like I'm
What do you
chasing
want?
stars now.
I just wanted to tell you about a job opportunity at the company. Not interested.
Yeah, it's me.
$50,000
cash in hand.
If it's cashing in, I approve 10. Boy, I've been 10.
All right,
My
I'll be in about
dogs,
5 minutes.
stars, that's that ring 10. Team Bob trotting, all we do is win. Echo, when I'm talking, cause I'm talking.
Miss, seriously, you'll have a great salary and benefits package. And did I mention travel? Where are you from? The Society of Juvenile Helpers, SJH.
No, where are you from?
Chicago.
No. I hear South Carolina. The low country?
How do you know that?
If I had to guess, I'd say not too far outside of Georgia.
How could you possibly know that?
Not interesting, Mr. Chicago.
Anything I can say to change your mind.
Tell me something truthful.
I'm incredibly handsome, irresistible, and I sing a mean show tune.
Adele Parker.
Mason Jackson.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Yes, I believe I did.
Did you do research on Charlie Chaplin? A lot of books have been written about him.
She told me to ask you about that.
I think you should ask a different question.
What's that?
I think you need to ask who worked with him. You have a knack for finding things. You will uncover it all. You look just like your grandmother. I don't have all the answers.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for taking the meeting, Mr. Jackson.
I understand you want to discuss an issue with your paycheck.
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Well, according to your contract and the deposit into your bank account, everything looks accurate to me.
Well, it needs to be fixed. The services I provided that company netted them a contract worth $100 million per year for the next 10 years.
Well, I would take that to mean that you were very successful in your placement. Now, if the client chooses to bring you back, we can always negotiate a higher rate on your behalf.
No, I need a percentage of that contract.
Mr. Bancroft, I think you know as well as I do, the contract you signed cannot be amended.
And I think 10% of that government contract can be delivered to my account, and that's an amendment that can be added.
Again, let's reference your contract. If you do anything to break this, there will be consequences. Excuse me, I have another meeting to get to. Hey, congratulations on your latest assignment. I do hope you understand what we discussed with your contract. I advise you against any adverse actions.
How about this one?
It's okay, I guess.
That's a no. All right. How about this one?
I don't like that tie.
Your mother gave me this time.
I heard that.
Sorry I can't see you off to the airport. I have court today.
It's okay, but I'm just glad we got to spend time together. I just hate that you guys live so far away.
Yeah. Okay, that must be Pam. You have a safe trip, Mr. J.
All right, baby. When is he gonna ever call me mom?
It's a long story. He has his reasons.
Okay. Well, did you tell him yet?
He's not ready. I'll tell him when the time is right.
Let me fix you some breakfast. Well, all right.
I'm sure we'll find him. We'll keep looking. We're just going to hand out a few more flyers, okay? Okay. Ma'am, have you seen this dog?
Oh no, you lost your little doggy. How sad. No, I used to have a dog like this. He had the same spot right there. Oh my goodness, my little Poochie Poo. I swear, we had that dog for almost 14 years. Oh, he was something else. He was like part of our family, Poochie Poo was. We had him trained, you know, so well that he would go out and fetch the newspaper every morning. It was like clockwork. He'd go out there and he'd fetch that newspaper and he'd bring was like clockwork. He would go out and he'd fetch the paper, he'd bring it back, and they would say, hey, they would wave at him. Oh, it was amazing. Anyway, people wouldn't eat just dog food. He wouldn't touch dog food, he wouldn't dare. He had to eat what we were eating. That's all he would eat. He would just eat totally human food. It was
Davy?
or he wouldn't eat anything at all. He was like that.
Did you see my son?
No.
He was standing right here.